Hey guys, and welcome back to the 401 Files. It's an absolute pleasure, as I always say on each and every video, to have you guys back here with me. So I do really appreciate all the support that you guys show the channel. Please do know that. Any thumbs up that you guys give me, all you that press the subscribe button, and anyone that leaves me a comment in the comments box down below, thank you so much. Like I said, this is the 401 Files. This is your home for anything thought-provoking, UFOs, Bigfoot, anything to do with cryptids, UFOs, extraterrestrials. This is the place to be. So please do spread the word if you know any like-minded people. Before I start though guys, there's one thing I want to do. I want to give a quick shout out to an amazing website that I found. I found this maybe about a year ago, just over a year and a half ago I think now. But an absolutely amazing website. I should have got round to give it a shout out way before, if I'm honest, because it is that good. But I've remembered now, and it is one that I do frequent quite often. So this is www.alienfacts.com. Now make sure you check that out. Go over there because they have an amazing website regarding anything extraterrestrial and UFOs. So it's always about sharing information here. I want to give you guys the best of the content that we love. The UFOs, the extraterrestrials, the thought-provoking stuff, the cryptids. Anything that I come across that's regarding that stuff, I'm going to throw it in your face because I know you guys love it as much as I do. So head over there to alienfacts.com. It is an amazing website for information regarding these topics. Without further ado, we're going to jump straight to this. Bit of a pre-warning, this is another piece of old footage, but this is one that many of you might not have seen and a lot of you might have seen. So it's kind of in between, but either way, like I said, whether you've seen it or you haven't seen it, you might not be familiar with the way I'm going to look at this. Now, there's going to be two parts to this video. The first part is going to be me showing you the footage as it was released and talking to you guys about what I think. And then I'm going to play a little special extra at the end where the guy who filmed this actually talks about his experience, and so you can get a better understanding of how legit he is or how fake you think he is, and from there make a better assumption. So I'm going to press play, and like I said, here we are, we're in the snow in Sweden somewhere, I believe. Let's go.
Paulina! Paulina! Stäng av för helvete! Stäng av! Paulina! Stäng av! För fan, stäng av! Paulina!
Okay, so we can hear that there's some kind of panic in his voice. He's got that definite sense of urgency about him to get his sister's attention. But obviously she's wearing a helmet on a quad bike, and you've got the sound of the wheels on the snow, you've got the vibration of the bike and the engine, you've got the helmet covering the ears. She's not obviously heard him that well, so she actually struggled, you can see there clear as day, to pick up on what brother was trying to say when he was trying to get her attention.
Paulina! Paulina! Stäng av för helvete! Stäng av! Paulina! Stäng av! För fan, stäng av! Paulina!
Again, like in his voice to me, I'm not sure if this guy's a trained actor or what, I don't know who he is, but it sounds to me like he's definitely got a sense of urgency about his voice. He definitely seems agitated by what he's seen. She seems oblivious, like she doesn't know what he's even talking about. She's looking behind as if to say, what is it? I can't hear you, kind of thing, which to me, again, is really good stuff to see. None of them look like they've orchestrated this or practiced it 1,000 times before. This seems like on the cuff kind of stuff, so which I really do like. I think that always helps strengthen a case. Nothing seems pre-rehearsed. Now look at that shape there. That shape looks exactly like, if not exactly, very similar to the shape that we saw in the last video that I reviewed. I will try and put that video into this video and give a side-by-side comparison, but to me, on first impressions, that does look very similar to the UFO that was hovering at the edge of space that fired the missile. So we've seen this UFO lingering behind this line of trees here. I just want to go back a little bit because something seemed to happen with the craft. I'm not sure if it was the lighting or the shape. It definitely looks to me like this object behind the trees is somehow blinking on and off. Like the visibility of it is there 1 minute and then it's not the next minute. I'm going to go back and take another look just to make sure that it's not the camera angle or the fact that his sister's going in front of the shot. Let's just take another look. There, bang. It was there and then it's not there. Like there's no denying that. Where's it gone? And then it's back. Now that could be two things. That could be CGI, that could be this guy screwing up on the CGI and it's not as crisp as he thinks he's made it. Or that could be a cloaking device. I don't know and I'm not going to speculate because I just don't know. But all I do know is that it's there 1 minute and it's not the next. Now, like I said, is it the fact that this guy's screwed up and his CGI work isn't as good as he thinks? Or is this thing actually flipping a switch and turning on and off between camouflage and not camouflaged? Now there's something about the way it moves. I can't put my finger on it. Something's screaming CGI to me. A lot of people, a lot of reports do claim that these objects can move silently, no noise at all. They have no physical or visual means of propulsion. There is no noise to this thing that we can hear from this footage. It ticks all the boxes of what people say they've seen throughout the years. So I wonder why his sister didn't see it. Now she's up front driving on the quad bike, but there again, it's likely, I mean if we pause it there, look, we can see right now that her head, we can see by the tilt of her head that she's definitely not looking in that direction. So there is a chance that she might have just missed it. She's probably looking at the snow and the track in front of her of where she's driving, or riding, sorry. And so yeah, there's a chance that she has missed it. Because at first I thought, well hang on a second, how has she not seen this thing? But there is a chance, look where her head's facing, she's not even looking at it. Flies across the top of these trees, there's a glint, it ducks down below, goes behind the back of this valley, pops up in the middle and gets the hell out of there. So I'm 50-50 on this one right now. Like, this screams CGI, but it also screams real encounter. Like, there's arguments to be had on both sides of the fence. Now, what I'm going to do is play this footage again, but this time with the voice or the narration of the guy who took the footage, so you guys can get a better understanding of who he is, what he's about, and what he believed he saw.
Hello. Since we have been getting a lot of complaints on this video, saying that it is not real, that it is CGI. I thought...
Sorry to interrupt you guys at this point, but there's something I've just picked up on that I really want to share with you, and hopefully you'll find this of interest. So, we can tell right now that as he's filming this on the back of the sled, the terrain is snow, is being pulled along by a quad bike. So the footage is going to be all over. It's going to be unstable and shaky, which is what you'd expect. But this is where it gets interesting, because there's some times when he's holding the camera and he's on the UFO, he's not on the UFO, he's on the UFO and he's not on the UFO because of the movement of the bike and the sled, which is normal behaviour. And CGI only works with the footage that you can see. There's parts of this video where you maybe only see, it goes this way for a split second, only a millisecond is he on that UFO, and already the UFO is in position. Now if he was to CGI this in, imagine every time you get a quick glimpse, even for a millisecond of that tree line, you have to edit in that UFO. That would be an absolute ball ache of a job to do that. I hope that makes sense. I kind of know what I'm trying to say, but anyway, I'll let you guys see. But like I said, the UFO is there throughout. When he's on it, when he's off it, it's just there constantly, and for him to edit that in would be a big job.
I might make this video to kind of tell you what happened when we filmed this. So this here is my sister, and she's riding the ATV and I'm on a sledge behind her, and because we usually do these things where I film and yes, just, you know, family footage. But then, as we were coming up this hill, I saw this object here on the left. You can see it here on the left on the screen. It was just kind of hovering, so well, I didn't know what it was, so I figured that if I could get my sister to stop, we could maybe film it and get some good footage of it. So I started screaming, of course, stupid as I am, but she didn't hear me. So the UFO, we don't know, but we think that it heard us or something and just took off, because I started screaming, it just shot away in the sky. We can go forward. We have the second part. A lot of people have been asking about the second part, and it is just a replay in slow motion. So as you can see here is the UFO hovering by the trees. It was staying still there, and I don't know if it was trying to hide behind the trees, but then it just took off and it's riding along the tree line here, just disappearing here into the horizon. And of course we had been filming the entire day, so just there the tape went out, of course, but it wasn't really anything more to see because it disappeared, and we never saw it again. We tried to follow it, but it was traveling quite fast, so we couldn't really reach up to it. But I just wanted to tell you that all of you people who think this is fake, this is not fake. I don't know. Perhaps it's not a real UFO, but it's something I have never seen before. It's really, I can't explain what happened that evening in the forest. I just don't have a reasonable explanation for what happened. It's some kind of flying thing. I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of RC device. Somebody was trying to scare us, but it looked pretty big, so I don't think that's what it is. And there are no wings or helicopter wings or anything on it, so I don't know what it is. I'm sorry, I can't explain it much more like that. Thank you for watching.
This has a feeling of CGI. My brain is screaming CGI, CGI, but there's something about it that just makes me not want to believe it's CGI. It's different to all the other CGI that I've seen. There's no flashing lights or portals opening, and there is detail to the CGI. There's effort being put in, if that's what it is. Like I said, sometimes we only get a split millisecond over in that direction of where it is, and it's there. That means that he would have had to edit that in on every clip just for a millisecond of us viewing it. That's a lot of work for a UFO hoax. And then there's other things, like the temperament in his voice, the way he's talking, the way he seems agitated, the way she's oblivious to this because of all the noises and the helmets around their ears. Everything just rings true to a real UFO sighting with this one. The guy still, even now, claims this is legit. He's not saying it's a UFO. He's not one of these people that's trying to get, or apparently not, trying to gain fame from this. He's saying it could be an RC vehicle, a remote control craft, but he doesn't think so because it's quite big in size. But there is something creepy about the way this thing moves. Now, I've never seen a UFO. This is creepy. This is like, is this giving us a glimpse of how they actually move? Like, I've never seen a UFO in real life, but if this is real life and this is genuine, this footage right here, then there's something about that craft and the way it moved. It didn't move in the same way that vehicles on Earth move. It didn't move in the same way that fighter planes or commercial airliners or even RC drones move. It was fluent. It was like it was just skimming across water. Is the only way I can explain that movement. Maybe you guys don't see it and maybe that's just me, but it definitely gave me chills just seeing the way that But again, great piece of footage regardless. This has me on the fence. Arguments for both sides. Can't make my mind up. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this. As we always say, guys, if you can, please do give this one a thumbs up. Drop down in that comments box below. Hit that subscribe button and the bell icon if you haven't already. And until next time, like I said, look after yourselves. I'll see you on the next one.
Paulina, stäng av för helvete! Stäng av! Paulina! Stäng av! För fan, stäng av! Paulina!